Yo, welcome to the 11th Hour Podcast with your boy, Scott Anthony, Mr. BeTheFlow.
And I am Ty J. Duckett, the Reignmaker.
Ooh-wee, here we go.
In the building, baby.
Let's just keep it moving because the energy has been crazy since we started the podcast. And I thank you, first of all. I just want to say mad gratitude. I'm so grateful for all the feedback that we've already received from episode 1. It's been real.
Yeah, it's been great.
I love the transparency. I love the fact that we've been able to keep it real, keep it authentic, just keep it raw.
And I love hearing from y'all. I love hearing what parts of our podcast actually hit home to you.
Yes.
Things that actually made some sense to you, and hearing the impact that we're able to have helps us keep being motivated to keep doing this thing.
No doubt about it.
Keep knowing that. I mean,
no doubt about it.
It's nice when you score a touchdown and the crowd go crazy.
but seriously though, like he said, it's about the people. And I think what we're trying to do with our podcast is separate from the rest, is really connect with you, with the people. The feedback we receive from content they would like us to talk about, from actually joining the actual conversation.
Coming in with us.
Like, that's what it is. I mean, that's the energy. We all about energy. You know, so it's all about energy and connecting with you. So here we are. We back again. And we ready to kick some, some knowledge about...
What you want to talk about this time, cousin?
You know what?
You got some?
Yes. Okay. I would love to talk about practicing the pause.
Practicing the pause.
Practicing the pause. And when I talk about practicing the pause, it's truly about emotional regulation.
Okay.
Because so many of us allow our emotions to dictate our actions.
Wow, that's good. Yeah.
And I would like to talk about it, because again, it's really critical, especially when you're adulting.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if you're co-parenting, that can be a thing. And even if you're in a relationship, it doesn't matter. Trust me, I'm an avid watcher of the ID channel.
I don't watch
Look at my face right now, cuz.
I don't watch the ID.
Don't do it. I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever turn on that channel, cousin. Don't do it. Because it really makes you, it really puts you in a space like, there's no emotional regulation anywhere with these folks on this channel, because the way they react with their emotion usually leads to incarceration.
Yeah.
So I would never, I know you might be a baddie, you might be the smartest woman on the planet, but you ain't gonna never let me give up my right to live on this planet and be in anybody's jail. So again, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Because we talk about practicing the pause.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start with that.
Yeah, and I think, my father, your uncle, my pops.
What's up, Uncle Ted?
What's up, pops? But something he's told me in the past, and this has been a lot with relationships, and truthfully, it's really just about being on a team. And then when
it is a team. When you're in a relationship, that's a team.
Yeah,
you're a team.
Yeah. And
you're a team.
And one thing that he told me was, you can think anything you want. You can think anything you want, but you can't say everything you want.
That's facts.
And for him to say that, I mean, I was never a hot-tempered type of dude.
Right.
I would like to think that I'm cool and calm under pressure.
I give you that, cause I can co-sign on that. You always been chill.
I would like to think that. But hearing that, and my father's 77. He's been married for almost 30-some years. He's been teaching for over 55 years. So he's been in a lot of different teams, a lot of different relationships.
No doubt.
And some of the biggest advice is what comes out of your mouth. The things that you say have a real effect on somebody.
Because you can't pull it back.
You can't pull it back.
You can't pull it back.
And I know you're thinking that now.
You can't pull it back.
I can never look at you again the same.
No, it don't even matter if you blood or water. It doesn't matter, because once you say it, I might forgive you. But I may not.
But it's a different relationship from that point on.
I'm not going to forget what you said to me, especially if it affected me. Because people say stuff to me all. Because listen, if you, especially being a professional athlete, you get boo, motherfucker, you suck, duck it. You hear it all.
Yeah.
And even now, like me being on this level on social media, you know, I see the comments and all that, but I got thick skin. Like I laugh at it, right? I don't like come back like somebody say something silly or something disrespectful. I don't come back at them.
Yes.
Because again, I've learned to practice the pause.
Yes.
But
go ahead, finish your thought, because I got a thought
I'm just
on that.
saying it took a lot of work to get to this space.
But you know, this is from a fan standpoint, internet standpoint. I don't know a lot of these people,
Right.
and so I could care what they think,
Right. Exactly.
and again, I don't want to extend that energy anyway.
No way.
But it's when it's the loved ones. It's the ones you actually care about who can say something that really pushes you over the edge, that makes you want to say it back.
But you know what, fam? What I've kind of come to conclusion with that is that the ones that we actually like, you know, like when you actually have a connection with that says something to you, they say it, but you're not even in the game.
Yeah.
Like you're hating, like you're saying your opinion about what I'm doing, and you ain't even in the game. You ain't even doing what I'm doing or trying to do what I'm doing, understand all the ups and downs, the ins and out with it, but you have an opinion about it, but you're not even in the game.
So that's different.
Get in the game.
But that's
like, coach, put me in, coach.
So if anything, there's different levels to this pause of emotion.
Yes, it is.
Because there's the people off the street who you don't know who say something, you're like, whatever, man, it's cool. There's the people who you do know who aren't participating in your life. They're just judging from the outside, but you still know them and you still love them.
Right.
But there's also the ones that are in the game, in the trenches with you. And when those ones say something that hurts.
Yeah.
But there's also, those are the ones that you can say something and it hurts.
Right.
Like if I say something to a fan, they whatever. But if I said something to my wife, it's like I can never. And if she says something to me, it's like, man, every time I look at you now, I hear this thought you just said.
Yeah.
So it is. I mean, on top of the pause, and I'm sure we'll get into boundaries at some point, but it's a complicated space that if you're trying to go and just be your best you. Yes, it's a lot about you, but it's a lot about your environment.
It is.
It's a lot about the people who are around you.
It is.
And being able to pause that emotion and not let that emotion tear down what love really is.
Yeah, because again, I know everybody has their own definition of love.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, when you talk about love, I mean, you talk about unconditional, right? Because I can love a food, but I'm not going to love that food unconditionally.
Man, so I tell my kids, and my mom used to tell me this, but I tell my kids, love people, not things.
That it is.
Because my kids will be like, yeah, I love that Twix. I love that ice cream. I love my game. I love this. I love that. And I'll quickly say, no, love people, not things.
Yeah.
And again, these words, man, these words are not just, they are really powerful things that us as people take for granted.
But you know what? We take it for granted because remember how we grew up? You heard the whole phrase, sticks and stones would break your bones, but words would never hurt you. Bull. I'm calling it right now. Words do hurt.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes from people you care about.
Yeah.
People that you love. Like, trust me, I'm going to tell you. It's literally like I'm literally looking at my hand, and there's a handful of people that can hurt me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's like everybody else in my like that.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
No, seriously.
I agree.
It's only a handful of people. When I say a handful, I have 5 fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's probably I don't even know if it's 5. It's probably like a scoop. Of raisins.
I want to say too, because you know who you are, and because you've been on that journey, you don't let any type of random hurt.
No.
So there's a lot of people who everything can hurt.
No, but
a random can say something. So I'm saying there's levels to this thing.
No
too.
doubt. That's the only reason I have a business. Shout out to everybody who rock with your boy, Mr. BeTheFlow with the wellness coaching. But no, seriously. I mean, there's people who can like put themselves out there because they look at me like, how did you get all these followers? Like, how did you put yourself out there on social media? I was like, honestly, being an athlete and getting booed and being called this and being called that, throwing myself out there in social media was nothing to me because I was like,
that's interesting. That's
a good point. Because honestly, I was used to people like, yo, you ain't there, like ACT, all the people chatting stuff at me when I was playing and at the free throw line and all this stuff. Like being on social media.
Did you have a rough ACT?
Joliet Catholic, I ain't gonna never forget you, boy. That's why I gave y'all a dub. I think, go ahead, y'all can Google it. Probably like 25 and 20 that game.
Got you for a minute.
Man, they did. Cause I was like, first of all, y'all got the wrong one. I'm very smart in what I do. I mean, I passed
That's funny.
it.
But no, I hear you.
But no, what I'm saying is though, on some real, it's certain levels to it where, like you said, like my mom, if she says something to me where she it's a look. If my mom give me a look of disappointment,
yeah, you know what time it is.
Oh man, I'm swimming in it, fam.
Yeah,
I'm a grown man, but I'm still swimming in it because I know the child she raised.
Yeah,
her and my dad raised. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even my sister, like my sister can look at me like, if she smack her lips and turn her head, I'm like, fuck, I done messed up, dog.
Yeah.
But those two, I know.
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm being very transparent with the people. My daughter looks at me like a superhero.
Yeah.
She sees me, she runs to me, she's like, Daddy, up, like pick me up, like I pick her up. I don't care how old she is, she's 7 right now. If she ever looks at me like, that would destroy me, fam.
Yeah.
That would destroy me. Because when I talk about a handful of people, honestly, those are only 3 that can affect what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Those 3 women, like, those 2 women and my little girl, like, everybody else, look at my face. Yup, that's what you get. Because I'm going to keep moving the way I need to move. I'm going to move the way I need to move.
Yeah. But that's I love that, man, because that's also the fuel.
That's the fuel.
That's the fuel. Because I feel the same way. Having my kids look at me in any other way, it's a big deal.
That's so powerful though, because when they look at you like, Dad!
And you do everything.
Like,
you do everything. Because we are parents.
Yeah.
But we're also kids.
Yes.
So we've also looked at our
and
parents.
And I'm kind of still a big kid a little bit. I'm just saying.
But we've also looked at our parents like, man, you said we was going to do this last week and we ain't do it.
Right.
You said this and you said that.
Right.
And and now being a parent, you're like, I know I said this, but I know I said
now,
whatever it is. It's just life.
Right, it's life. Moving.
And that is it's something that that whole pause of emotions, being able to think about your words, being able to think about your actions. Yeah. If I do something that could negatively impact my kids and my family, and this is a thought, like my parents as a kid, when I was starting, I want to say like 6th, 7th grade, would always say to me, when you go out, people aren't going to remember everyone you were with. They're going to remember you.
Oh, they're going to remember you, fool.
You can be with 10 different people, but they're going to be like, I don't know who them 9 other people were, but TJ was there.
And I saw him doing this.
And so hearing that as a kid, I've always felt the responsibility to move in the best way I could to not either get myself in trouble, put my family's name on the line.
Yeah, but you know what though, cuz that's a lot to carry though.
It is.
That's a lot to carry, especially as a kid. You 14 years old and you worried about the Duckett name, like,
Yeah.
man, I can't burn it.
Yeah.
I want to turn. I see y'all what y'all doing over there, but
I want to go.
I want to go, but I can't be a part of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot to carry.
And the thing was that helped was my goal, my aspirations were to be a professional athlete.
Right.
So it was always, well, professional athletes don't do that. Yeah. Professional athletes keep yourself at a higher standard,
right?
And that until I actually got behind the curtain,
and you was
that
like,
was I was like, okay,
doing this
so
thing.
This is how I mean, I mean, we all humans,
right? Yeah,
but at the same time, you do got to believe in Santa Claus.
You better.
You got to.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
Even now.
Yeah, even now. Even more so now.
Yeah. You have to.
Oh my goodness.
And so as a kid, yeah, it was tough. But I didn't take it.
Break that down though for our listeners though, because they were like, believe in Santa Claus. What does that mean?
So anybody, I want to say under the age of 13, Santa Claus is a real human being. This is the time now though to hit pause or fast forward and catch up. Nah, I'm saying like you got to believe in the impossible pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. Hope.
And to be able to go out there as a kid and pretend believe I'm a professional athlete,
right.
Believe I'm going to be a professional athlete, have that as my dream to be a professional athlete, and then seeing what these professional athletes are doing, I'm working hard like Walter Payton. I'm running hills like Jerry Rice.
I saw you, San Diego. You was locked in.
And I'm carrying like, okay, so with a professional athlete, this environment, probably not. I should probably go home. Would they say this? Would probably not. I should probably. Would they sign? So as I'm believing that I'm this person, these are the same traits and values that I'm putting in my actions. Right. Now, yeah, it was a lot. It was hard. It was crazy. I loved every minute of it.
Right.
But also when I became an ex-NFL athlete, and now I'm Todd Duckett, there are different rules that are in that space. I catering to fans who, they still supported me back then, but it's different now.
Right.
And so having those conversations were part of me now taking back my own strength. Like, I don't have to talk to everybody.
Right.
I don't have to be happy every day.
Right.
I don't have to have this energy. That was a fight for me. And I went into dark places because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, but at the same time, that's not who I am though.
Right.
I do want to talk. Right. I do want to be happy. I do want to interact. So that was a big, big spot going from playing professional football, being a kid having a dream, and the way I carried myself.
So as far as those emotions of wanting to and being in that space was like, man, I don't even want to be bothered today.
Yeah.
What separated the two? Like what was like what was it the day? Was it something else that became a part of the equation when you were like, I'm
gonna say it was similar. Once I knew who the 5 people on my hand,
right?
Once I knew who I actually cared about, that's all that mattered.
That's all that mattered.
Because before I care what this person thinks, I care what that person thinks. I cared with everybody. Right. I wanted to make everybody smile. Like, I wanted to make everybody happy.
But you know what, though? God, man, listen. This is how the universe works. I literally posted something on Instagram today about being able to separate the two.
Yeah.
Because we can't make everybody happy.
No.
And you know what? We can't want to receive everybody's validation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I want our listeners to understand is that, listen, some of us are really built that way. We want, if you're the hostess with the mostest, you want to make sure everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
That's not reality, yo. It's just not the reality we live in. Like, the focus is, look, if you okay, the people who really rocking with you, they okay.
Yeah.
Because they see you okay.
And then when all that works, we're both very open, genuine, want to have a good time people.
Yeah.
So being able to go out and be ourselves is this happy, this fun. That's who we are.
No doubt.
So if this isn't what you get if you're a random person and you don't get this energy, know that there's something in our mind, our body, our spirit that we're working through at that moment.
It's a wall.
We're working
Until we
through
knock
it.
down that wall, you on the other side of it.
We're working
because
through it.
we invite a lot of energy in.
Yes.
We do.
And we're
That's
working
just who
through
we are as people. You see that 11? That's what it is. That's who we are. We receive a lot of energy. But if we sit a little standoffish, it's not that we trying to smell the smoke. We don't want no smoke because the hands work now.
Nah, you're a wrestler. Don't
Hey,
forget.
look, hey, state champ,
You're a wrestler
baby.
now.
State champ.
I ain't even know.
Will Riley Jr.
Check out this podcast.
I mean, I'm just
hold
saying.
on, you talking about the podcast coming up where this guy right here.
I'm just telling
will
you.
let you know. Yeah, I didn't even know.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna
that
tell
his
you.
wrestling skills were what they were.
I'm gonna tell you, my brother.
Stay tuned.
My brother was state champ.
Stay tuned.
I was his practice dummy.
No, stay tuned.
Okay, stay tuned. Because I'm telling you, I can go with the gold.
Stay
Baby,
tuned.
on the real.
Nah, but yeah, man, nah. So in that same space, if I'm out and I'm not in a good space, I'm working through something.
Right.
And the goal then is to get through it, which I will, but then it's to present it to y'all to help if you're going through the same thing, to share the tools, share the wisdom, share what we used in those moments to help us get to the other side to see that joy by never letting go of that hope.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. You out. You really don't want to be out, but you out just because I'm moving. I need to move a little bit. Just how we used to move too.
Yeah.
And a fan just come up to you, they smack. They just 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, TJ Duckett, can I get an autograph? They grabbing you, they touching you, all that stuff. And you don't even want to do all that. But I've seen you in those situations, and you've practiced the pause.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
You've practiced the pause.
Yes.
You've taken pictures. You've given autographs.
Yeah.
What did you do? Like, was it a woosah? Was it kind of like...
It was this. It would be this. Yeah. And I would and even though I may not want to, I'm entertaining it.
But what allowed you to do that?
I'm gonna tell you that is if they're coming up to me because of a football game I played,
right,
and I had that impact on them in some way, shape, or form of something that I did, then I feel like it's a privilege. It's a dang privilege to say.
And that's what separates you from a lot of professional athletes.
That's the hard part, and that's the line. Is it's a privilege to have been able to do the things I've done, and then to have someone come at me and respectfully, disrespectfully, but come at me and I'll take the picture.
We've seen them both.
We've seen them both, but it's a privilege because at the same time. Every single day, people don't.
Remember when these fools thought I was just security guard? Yeah. Man, hold on. Y'all see me? Come on. I look like a security guard? Come on, man. It's like, they go TJ security. I'm like,
but they don't remember what 2010 2011 because hey, we walk into somewhere and because it's kind of clearing some room.
Yeah, I had
and
to.
And then he gonna make sure that the right people are in the right spot.
Yeah, I had to.
And then he gonna make sure
I had to.
I mean, but that was a different time, man.
Yeah,
but even in that time though, going through that, I was in the darkest space of my own.
Yeah.
Because I was used to someone saying something to me every single day, and I was used to putting that character on. And day after day that I got away from playing pro football, that attention got less and less. That people even talking to me got less and less.
Going from 4'5" to Todd Duckett.
And then and it went from my phone ringing all the time to me even checking like, is my phone still on? Is it on? It's on. I got all my bars. But that goes back to like all these people who were giving me attention for tickets, parties, things,
all that
disappeared, and now I'm like, where you at? Where you at?
But that's still under the umbrella of emotional regulation.
Yes.
But now on you,
on me now,
it's on you now.
Yeah,
because it's really now you got to channel your emotions like. you motherfucker, y'all use me.
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah.
So now, since I'm not popping, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what? I'm not relevant?
And that was that's a whole nother case, because now I had to rebuild myself.
Cause that hurt me. That hurt me too, cuz.
Oh man, I mean, so I had to go. I went on a 40-day fast to just water.
I remember.
And going on this fast, that was the length that I had to go to just to find myself.
Yeah.
And to be in that 40 days and 40 nights of not eating, and the pain of my stomach hurting from that was equaled the pain that I was experiencing outside. And the only difference was now I could actually instead of not knowing why I hurt so bad, I could blame it on my fast. And by blaming it on my fast, I could deal with it in a way that I took this pain and put it in a box.
Remember we had that conversation?
Yeah.
I tried for 72 hours. I was like, man, bullshit. I was like, nope, I need something to eat. I'm about to die. I was like, nah, dog. I did it for about 72 hours. I was like, I was about to call you like, nigga. I was like, nah, dog. This water ain't working. I need some. But I ate like 6 bananas in a row. I called Uber Eats. I was like, nah, dog. No, dog. No,
Yeah,
I can't, man. But that's mentally where you were in that space.
At that time, life and death were the same thing to me.
That's crazy, fam.
I mean, I felt like a walking dead. On top of the stories of former professional athletes.
Yeah. Oh,
so I'm like, man, this is. I'm looking at one in the mirror. And I'm on that path. I got to do something different. Jumped into the spirit. Learned about fasting, and my family was already doing it, but I couldn't because of my playing. You know, I couldn't just. I had to keep my body right.
Right.
So I knew a little bit about it, but jumping into it, it was either you will come out of this thing and be a superhero, or you'll be dead.
So let me ask you this, and I don't want to get off topic, but when you talk about the emotions we've been talking about, is that what led you to understand what the life path number is and what it meant?
It was part of the doorway. It was part of emptying out everything that I believe.
And I know a lot of our listeners, subscribers, trust me. I know you all trust me. I get text messages, emails, DMs. Teach me about the life path number.
We're going to have to get in that next time.
I told you, TJ's the one who introduced him to mine. I got it tatted on my body.
I got mine right here, too.
That's why the 11th Hour podcast, we both are number 11s. And it's a lot that you can learn about it, but we're going to get into it one day. But when you talk about emotions, his emotions led him to his life path number.
Yes.
And I'm sure when you learn more, it's going to lead you to yours. So
that's exactly what happened. So going from playing football to not playing football, I didn't know who I was because no one. I mean, who I thought I wasn't getting wasn't making my heart feel good.
Right.
Who I thought I was.
Right. No, I get it.
And so then that fast, 40 days and 40 nights, emptied out everything I knew.
Ooh.
It tested my religion. Religion is really the place that can get you stuck.
No doubt.
And it tested my religion. And then once that test happened and I passed that test, that opened the door to some brand new energy that I had never knew existed. And I was wide open and lost at the same time. But I knew in my soul of souls that I was somebody.
It was like a clean slate.
It was a clean slate. And I didn't have to go down a path because somebody else went down the path.
Right.
And then I learned about this life path number, and it's the day you're born. So you take the day that you're born, your month, your day, your year, you add it all up, and you try to get it down to a single form, either 1 or 9. Now, if it's in a double digit, 11, 22, 33, it's a little different. You're a master number now. So learning my life path number, I had no idea who I was as a person. But then I learned so I can add up this day that I was brought to this earth, that I was born into this plane, and there's actual knowledge, wisdom, information about that. And then to read that, it was a little spooky.
Well, we remember you introduced me to it, and I started reading about it. I started crying.
Yeah.
I got emotional, because I'm getting chill bumps right now because I'm reading it, and I'm like.
And you didn't even know it existed.
I didn't know it existed. That's my point. Like, you introduced me to something I had no clue it existed, and now I'm emotional reading because I'm like, this is my life.
Yeah, it was real. It made sense.
It made so much sense. It still makes sense.
And not only does it's not telling you that this is who you are.
Right.
It's giving you a potential
gateway.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what
it's saying. This is where you're at. These are your strengths. These are some of your challenges. Yep. If you can figure this out during this time,
that's exactly
there's something that can happen.
I took it as a gateway. You know, like you open up this gate. Like, look. This can happen. This is what's going on. This is where you at. This is where you can be.
Yes.
Which way you gonna navigate through this maze?
And the hard times. This is why they feel good to you.
Yeah.
This is why when you are alone, when you are in this dark space, and you still have this giving heart for some reason.
Yeah.
This is why that makes sense.
Right.
This is why I can. This is why I can tap into a different level of these realms and feel energy compared to a person who only sees what's in the mirror. Like, that makes sense to me. All these things, the way that you move, and that gave me a chance now, talk about emotional regulation, that took away probably 50% of my anger. Because I'm not fighting up street. You know what? I self-sabotaged myself.
No doubt.
You know what? That's something that
That's a whole nother show. I can't wait till we start talking about self-sabotage.
Exactly.
President, CEO.
But then when you actually, like, when you really are in touch and in tune with your days and your weeks and your life, you're not pointing the finger no more.
No.
You can look up and say, dang.
That was on me.
All this and all, I did that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you own it. But it's also part of your DNA. Like, you, in our DNA, we are going to make mistakes
all day, every day.
All of us are going to.
I'm sorry if I broke your heart, man. I'm trying to be better, man. I swear I am.
But all of us are.
Yeah,
all of us are. That's who we are. And the difference is, there's a lot of things that we've done that we did it ourselves.
We did, and you know what? When we talk about emotional regulation. Okay, so I grew up in a home with my mom and dad, and I saw him bring flowers, chocolate, and open doors, all this, even when it wasn't a holiday, her birthday, nothing, right? I saw that. He normalized that for me and my brother. This is how you treat a woman. I knew that. That's how I thought you dated women like you be chivalrous, you open doors. But the first time I did that, and this is real, like, it's not traumatic to me, but this is real. The first time I actually went on a date, like a date where I had my own, like the car, went to go pick a girl up and all this stuff in high school, and I opened up the door, she was looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm thinking like I'm opening the door for you, like I'm trying to be nice. And so as we go to the spot we're going to eat, I'm opening up doors. I think I even brought her something. Like, she was freaked out about the whole nice guy, chivalrous approach. But that's what was normalized for me.
Yeah.
Chivalrous?
Chivalry.
Chivalry?
Yeah.
But chivalrous is plural. Like I'm just saying. I'm like, chivalrous. But no, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo. And she literally told me, like, after the date was over with, she hit me up like, yo, you too nice for me.
Wow.
How you think that affected me?
It changed you.
Did it?
I bet.
Oh, it did.
I bet.
Because now I was like, oh, wait. I don't have to be this guy my pops taught me that this is we supposed to be?
Whoa.
And now was putting fuel to the fire. I'm putting buckets in the basket. My name in the paper. Shorty, now I'm in the building.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Now guess what?
I want.
Now you can't even come to the party.
Oh.
You can't even come to the party now, Shorty, because I run the party.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now she looking like, Scott, remember me? Yeah, I remember you.
Barely.
Yeah. Because you the one who told me that nice guys finish last.
Wow. And that changed everything.
That changed everything. So I'm sorry to the people I hurt. Because I ain't gonna say her name who did it, man. But I'm just saying that did change the dynamic of the way I move.
Yeah.
Because I respect what my pops did. I saw him moving the way he moved.
Yeah. No,
you see what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's dope. My mom, I saw her happy. You know what I'm saying?
So check this out. So I guess what I'm learning, the lesson is just don't let somebody else take you off of your path.
You can't.
If you, and that's part of that emotional regulation.
Yes.
Because you could have been like, wow, I probably shouldn't be doing this for you anyway.
For you.
Yeah, for you.
But
this is who I am.
I should have gave that same energy to someone else who would have loved it, respected, and probably we'd have been married for 50 years.
There's no doubt.
5 kids, got married, all
no
that.
Doubt.
I built a whole life.
No doubt. And
but that one experience right there changed my whole trajectory of how, that's how y'all want to move?
So that pause even happens, man, to the energy that comes to you.
Cause I'm
so
telling
that's,
you,
so we're talking about like 4 different areas of pausing, not just how you think, but the way other people bring to you.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
Freeze was created before I even knew he was created. I was in high school. I didn't get that nickname to college. I was playing ball. But she created that monster. She did, because I was like, I thought I was doing the right thing. I done brought you flowers. I done opened doors. I didn't pay for everything. And she looking at me like, you lame. And I'm like, what? This is the blueprint I got. This is the blueprint I got.
And then from that point forward, you were like, they don't want that. Let me go ahead and give them Freeze.
I'm about to go ahead and give to him. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and get to him. Because I went and I gave it to him.
Do you honestly think, in your soul of souls, that if that situation would have been different, you do think the future would have been different? Dealing with, like, if she would have loved it, would she have been the high school sweetheart? Or do you think, I'm not saying she...
she was...
But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I totally understand what she's saying. And she was like, she was one of the first girls where I was like...
Did she break your heart?
Yeah. That was my first heartbreak.
So that was
because I thought I followed the blueprint.
That's it.
I thought I followed the blueprint, and she told me basically that wasn't good enough, or that's not what dudes do. And I'm like, well, that's what my dad does and my mom. Like,
wow.
Like, she's happy. I saw my mom happy. So
that's interesting.
So me opening doors, bringing you flowers, paying for everything, child, like all this, that's not good enough? Oh, so you want a bad boy. You want to, okay. Now, I'm not saying I was a thug, like I wasn't getting arrested.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But I was just like, okay. So you talk about emotional regulation.
You was emotionless.
I was emotionless.
That's it.
Because I had a rule, and anybody who went to undergrad with me knows, I didn't kiss cuz in college. I just didn't. They'd be like, what about... Because I knew, because man, I'm just saying, we keep it at 100 here. Man. That's a whole nother level to me, a whole nother level of intimacy. So if I'm kissing you, I like you. Especially in college. Y'all all nasty in college. Everybody doing things they don't, you know what I'm saying?
All y'all was nasty in college.
Man, all y'all was. Not me, but y'all was. I'm just saying. I was like, yo. And I was just like, it was just like, but that created that monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I like intimate. Like, I love affection. I love that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I love rom-coms too, you know what I'm saying?
Rom-coms.
I'm just saying. I was just like, okay, y'all don't like that? Y'all don't like guys being chivalrous and showing chivalry?
Yeah.
All right, well, watch this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, wow. No,
watch this.
That's big, cuz.
No, on the real, that's real talk.
Have you thought about that for a long time, a little bit?
Yeah, my whole life I've known it. The only time I opened myself back up, I was in my 20s. And she almost got me, man. Almost got married in my 20s until that's a whole nother episode what happened. But I'm just saying, like, you know, when you talk about emotions, and see, I'm not gonna go too deep in this right now, but I want women to understand this. We have emotions too. Like we do. We cry, we care. Like all other, like, yeah, we got to be a man and all this stuff. And, you know, trust me, I was raised that way with my pops. Like, men don't cry. Like, you scrape your knee, boy, you better not. Listen, in relationships, it gets real. It gets real, and it gets real quick. We have emotions too. So when you talk about you telling me what I'm giving you when I think it's the blueprint ain't good enough. There's no in between. There's on the other. The only thing else is the other side of it. But I didn't even feel right being that way though.
No, I hear you. Hey, and to my fellas, we have emotions too.
Yeah,
we have emotions too. A lot of us don't know how to process them. A lot of us don't even know our emotions.
No,
I didn't understand. I thought when you lost a football game is the only time you cry. That's the only time you cry. When you lost. Even when you get hurt on the football field, you don't cry.
You don't cry.
Now, if you cry on the football field, something's broke.
Yeah.
Like something's broke, and you thinking like, am I ever gonna play again? Like that's the mentality.
That's the emotion, right?
But other than that, there was no emotion. You can bulldoze your way through anything, and you will be all right.
No doubt.
But that's not true.
No.
That's not true. We have emotions, and finding out what those emotions are equal us finding out who we are. Because if we don't know who we are, we don't know what makes us happy. We don't know what makes us sad.
That's what ends you up on the ID channel if you can't regulate your emotions.
And not knowing what you truly are about.
Yes.
And so, men, women, aliens.
Anybody who's listening.
Listen, first starting out, understanding, taking the journey to your own soul of what you believe your purpose is, what you believe your why is, why you think you're here. And that's what the life path did for me.
Yes.
Was help give me a seed, not create the whole tree,
right?
But gave me a seed to replant, not plant for the first time, but to replant into ground that I already had stirred up. But I had a chance to put that seed where I wanted to put it. And I have a chance to water that seed the way I want to water it.
And that's the beauty about it, because you water it the way you want to water it. And guess what? You focus on being the best version of you, and the person who's supposed to be with you in that season, the energy is going to connect.
Every time.
It's going to find each other.
Every time.
It's going to find each other.
Every time.
So don't focus on what you want. Focus on who you want to be.
That's it. Focus exactly on who you want to be.
Focus on who you want to be and which way you moving, and whoever that you trying to, that you supposed to connect with, I believe in my heart of hearts, it's going to happen. The universe is going to bring you together because they see the work you put in. They see the way you move it.
Yep.
And it's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
And that is being consistent, being faithful, being disciplined, and being focused.
All those words you just said, it matters, because at the end of the day, like, it took me a lot to work through all of that, to understand, like, you know what? How did I let this one woman dictate the way I move now? Like, I had to really, like, go back to the core of what I saw my father treating my mother, and, like, the way I know love's supposed to be, and, like, what from the worst to the best of it, and bring it all together and say, you know what? You might have did that, and you might have felt that way about the way I was, opening doors and bringing you flowers and all this stuff. But you know what? Little mama right there might actually respect it and love it.
Need it, want it.
Right, because she never experienced it.
And you doing this for free?
Man,
like, this is how you are.
Man, listen.
Or the same thing.
Linda, listen.
But like, even with a girl or a person that you're doing that with, They might have been like, they saw their father treating their mother this way.
No doubt.
And by them seeing that, and now you do it, they're like, this dude might be all right.
This the one.
He remind me of my pops.
No doubt.
The way that they got that love, the way that they treated.
doubt.
So that would have been a whole different type of situation. Because then, I mean, it still could have led to your heart being broke. That crazy.
Heartbreak is heartbreak. You know,
it's still the same path, right?
It's a part of the game.
It's necessary.
Right? It is necessary. But at the end of the day, love is love. Emotions are emotions, but we got to be able to control them.
Yeah,
we have to.
Got to. We got to. There's being hot tempered, not being able to understand the magnitude of the moment that you're in, and just again not believing your words have power.
Exactly, and that's what's going to bring you back to our page, 11th Hour Podcast. Come check us out on Instagram, YouTube, every streaming platform. If you have questions, concerns, you want to know just more about the content we've been talking about, we're here for the answers.
And if you got any questions, you can email us at info@the11thhourpodcast.com.
Yes. That's what it is.
@the11thhourpodcast.com.
No doubt about it. And cuz always it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Chi-Town and K-Zoo in the house.
We stand up. We do our thing. We keep it real and authentic for the people.
Thank you.
We love you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of the journey.
See you soon. Peace.
One love. Peace.
Yes, sir.